Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'll show you a picture. That's the dude that was in the hospital though. He got a stent in his heart.
Oh damn. Yeah, look at that.
And
yeah, look at that.
yeah, I mean, you telling me what I'm doing? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand what you're talking about.
I
don't even know those brothers, man. I said. If you don't know him, his name is Captain Tucker. He's your brother. He'll die for you, bro.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, he's my brother. All right, okay. He ain't then. That brother die. He's out on these streets every day. That's showing that he'll die for you.
His life on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you go out there.
What the fuck is you doing?
Right. I might wear heels, dog. No.
Go ahead. You can stay there if you want.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, so. Yeah, I just wanted to vent that out. Let you know what was going on in D.C., what she was talking about.
Hey, we ain't talking about that. That shit funny as hell.
Oh, man. We've been playing spades together, so she...
Oh, on the phone.
Yeah, so we lost. She got mad. Then she just started talking. Then she just sent me that after the spades game was over. I said, damn.
Hey,
I'm tired of losing. You don't know how to play. Meanwhile, she immediately got set.
Hey, stop, man.
He lied to me. And, oh, God.
Stop, man. Stop it.
Man.
All right, I'm going to start him, all right, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh my sister, Yahweh Shamar, Al Thun, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Priest and Officer Kwamgawan is the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding Gen.YAHANNA. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Of course, we bring up his truth since 1969. That blacks, Latinos, First Nation man and woman are the chosen of the Most High God. And of course, the oppressor and the devil that the Bible speaks about. Got my brother, Trooper Aharon in the house, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go over a couple topics. There's a couple things that happen, and, you know, we always talk about Israel news, you know what I'm saying? And when I say Israel, it's blacks, Hispanics, First Nation people. Throw a little bit of, of the devil's news in there, too, you know what I mean? But got a couple articles, and we got a couple scriptures we're going to bring out. So first of all, first one to bring up is, did you hear about with Mos Def and Drake? You hear about that?
I just seen a small thing where basically Mos Def was saying that Drake was. You hear his music on Target. Basically. That's what he said. I said, "Damn."
Look, God, listen. I'm gonna say this, right? I'm not a Drake. I'm not gonna go back to albums. I'm not saying he's not a good artist because he definitely makes some good music. Now, is he hip hop? Personally, to me, I don't really. Most of his music is
pop.
Yeah. He has some hip-hop songs. Now, however, when Mos Def was asked this and how he did it on the platform and stuff like that, that's the problem.
Come on.
Now, but do you remember, now this is heavy because this is the reason why I brought this out. Do you remember in class when General Muhammad said, remember what happened with Cat Williams on the Shannon Sharp? What did Commander General Muhammad say, prophesy about what was going to happen?
All of a sudden, I think he said that Gen.YAHANNA said that everybody's going to start coming out, and basically it's going to be like a domino effect.
Let's get Gen.YAHANNA ahead, man. Listen. How did he listen? And General Muhammad brought it out. He said, Commander General Muhammad said, "Now watch, it's going to be open season on black man in Israel." And lo and behold, I got a few examples here. This is crazy because. This is how you know we're dealing with a real prophet of God. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I mean, he says these things and they come to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because it was heavy. That's the first thing I thought about. I said, damn, he just said this was going to happen. And this ain't the only one.
Yeah, it's going to keep happening like he said.
Like I said, once one black man does it, and when I say this, we're talking about Cat Williams, when he talked about all the other comedians and what's going on, whatever. Now, it's like a training effect. Everybody's into it now. Go ahead.
And if I may, it's like great entertainment, and it's a good distraction.
And who benefits the most off of it?
Esau.
The goddamn white man. You know what I'm saying? More money, more drama. You know albums is about to come out now.
Oh, yeah.
You know albums about to come out, so somebody's about to get paid. And you know the oppressor owns the record labels. He owns every damn thing, you know what I'm saying? These brothers are making peanuts on these albums and stuff like that. All right, so here we go. This is what we're gonna do. First I'm gonna pull this up real quick. No, the first thing I'm gonna bring out is I sent you in your phone. I sent you something about Mace and Dwayne Wade. We're gonna bring that out first. Let's bring that out first. Then we'll jump into the Drake and Mos Def thing. This falls right into the line of that too. And when you get that, just pull it up and read it for me if you could. Brother, for sure.
All right, this is, it says here, Mace crushed by Dwayne Wade's painted nails. This is like seeing Jordan in lingerie.
Go ahead.
Mace loves him some Dwayne Wade, but he isn't too fond of some of the former NBA stars' fashion statements, especially his painted fingernails. The Harlem rapper shared his disappointment with D. Wade on his and Cameron's sports show, It Is What It Is, after the Miami Heat legend was seen rocking colorful nails at the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame ceremony last weekend. D. Wade, Mace said, shaking his head in disapproval before sending his co-host into hysterics by adding, "This is like seeing Jordan in lingerie. It's just crushing me." Pause. It's something you don't want to see. It ruins everything for you. It's like when you have somebody you looked up to, you appreciated their work as an athlete, and then they go and do this. It's like we can't do nothing with that man.
All right, you can stop there. So, which is heavy. I mean, first of all, now, I'm going to say this situation here, because those of you who don't know, Cameron and Mace have their own sports show now, which is, I'm a supporter of anything, you know what I'm saying, of Israel, that, you know what I mean, especially when brothers is trying to, you know, do their own thing. Now, do I agree with everything they do on the show? No, I don't. You know what I mean? They like to air people out. It's a lot of gossip, you know what I mean? But for the record here, what this brother is saying is right, and we're going to back this up with scripture, because, of course, it is unlawful for a man to present themselves as a woman or dress up in woman's attire or do anything that, you know, relates to a woman. Dwayne Wade was a superior, you know, very great basketball star at one point, you know what I mean? He was one of the best to ever do it, I mean, if you really think about it. And to see somebody like that, especially who holds a position like that, somebody who's looked up to in the black community, and to see that, this is why a lot of the young boys are comfortable with being the way they are. If you could jump in, you know what I mean, whenever you want. But yeah, this is heavy. And Mace called it out on the show, you know what I mean? Like I said, again, we're talking about, you know, black men calling out other black men, you know what I'm saying, on platforms, you know, for the world to see. Now, do I think he was totally wrong for doing this? I don't think he was totally wrong for doing it. He didn't really say anything that was too harsh about him. He just said that, you know, basically, I'm disappointed in you. You know what I mean? Now, this is something that you could personally take to that person. Now, if he was doing the work of the Lord, if he's in the I.S.U.P.K, the command of GEN.YAHANNA, he has all right to go, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a prophet keeping the law, statutes, and commands. Right. You know what I'm saying? But to be on a platform where you basically have a quota to meet, you got fans, you're about money. So it seems like you're making it more about, I just need something to talk about. You see what I'm saying? And you want to jump in on that? You got to say that.
If I may, our youth don't have much righteousness to look up to. The only righteousness they have to look up to is the I.S.U.P.K and their command.
God.
So that's why we're so destroyed, because there's so many negative images and, you know, men, especially black men out here just, you know, doing whatever Esau lets them do. And the kids look up, they don't know. You got to teach a kid. So once a kid sees that and says, well, you know, Dwayne Wade's doing it, and, you know, this person's doing it, they, you know, and then if they got a mom that really don't, you know, a lot of us is raised single parents, and they don't have a strong father in the home, who knows, man? You know what I mean?
I put it up here real big. This is an example of what we're talking about. I don't know if they can see it on there. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen here, but this is what makes us talk about. You know,
if I may, I'm slack here.
Go ahead.
What? Gabrielle Union's cool with that? I mean, even her, like, you would think she would be like, come on. Like,
she might be the reason why you're doing it.
Listen, she's a monster
this is what happens when you, like, and I'm not blaming it on her because I don't know if it's her fault. But whenever your woman is running a relationship, which we can clearly see that she is, this is what you know, stoop to. You know, this is the all-time lows that you stoop to. And I just want to say to the young boys, young brothers, you know what I'm saying, out there, you know, if you're watching this class or you're running into situations like this, understand, this is not right. No matter what his position is, no matter how much money he has, no matter what his family looks like, this is not right, according to the Most High God. And of course, we're going to bring this out shortly. But if you're looking for a role model or someone to look up to Commander Gen.YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K, the generals there, the captains, the officers there. You know why? Because we follow what Christ and the Most High says to do. And we're going to prove that here. Do me a favor, Brother Shaw, can you get Deuteronomy 22 and 5 for me? Of course, the scripture says prove all things. So that's what we're about to do.
You said Deuteronomy
22 and 5.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Say that again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Go ahead.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abominations unto the Lord thy God.
Right. And when a man wears that which pertaineth to a woman, or vice versa, you know what I mean? When a woman wants to be, LGBTQ, dressed like a man, dressed masculine, or a man dressed like a woman, these things are despicable to the Lord. The Lord hates it. You understand that? So, just brothers being in a right spirit will look at something like this and be like, this is just not right. And that's what Mace is really doing. He's looking at it like, he's a man, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure he likes women, you know what I mean? And he's looking at this like, this is just, for somebody that I looked up to, you know what I mean? And Mason Cameron used to play basketball.
Oh,
yeah. They were good. Yeah, they were good too.
Yeah.
So they're looking up to this guy, and they see this guy, just being soft as all hell. 6'5", 6 whatever, soft as all hell. You know what I mean? Letting this woman run a relationship, this is despicable. You know what I mean? But of course, in the book of Deuteronomy 22:5, the scripture says, "Prove all things." The Lord is against homosexuality. He's against a man dressing up like a woman. You understand that? That's why you see the men in the I.S.U.P.K, boots, beards, braids. You know what I'm saying? Garments, you know what I'm saying, masculine. You go to a UPK event, you got damn whole hand to be sore about after you get done pounding a brother up. I the last 2 Passovers I done went to, you get enough and spun brothers up, man. I looked at my knuckles, I was like, damn, my hand was sore, you know what I mean? But these brothers are hardcore, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Captain 13,000 Akkad, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I mean? These brothers are solid, hard, you know what I mean? Hard. Salaki, you know what I mean? I ain't mean to say, but you know what I mean? These brothers are hard, you know what I mean? These brothers are hardcore, you know what I'm saying? Our general hardcore, you know what I mean? So this is how it's supposed to be, you understand? And this is not, what the men of Israel are supposed to be like. So if you're a young brother and you see this is not right. There's a lot of celebrities who do this too. He's not the only one.
If I may, sir, I think Drake painted his nails before.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of them. I seen Tank Davis do it.
Yeah.
Drake. There's so many of them, man. Kid Cudi puts on a dress. There's all types of things.
You just sent me a pic of Pusha T. He
walking around. Pusha T was dressing something. Yeah. And what does the acronym stand for again?
Well, no, he
push a ton of dress.
Push a ton of key. That's what he called himself one time. I said, "You pushing all that, and you got a dress on." He looked like a Catholic school girl walking
listen,
with
man.
a purse.
These guys, they're like I remember Jeremiah brought out one class. He's talking about the locks. He's like, you was hardcore. Now these niggas have juice bars. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
now we gonna jump into this Mos Def and Drake thing, okay? So let me just play this little clip here. Just so people can see it. It might not be too loud, you might not be able to hear it, but I'm gonna have it up on the screen here. I'll run it back once I get that.
See, he's hip hop.
In the sense that I was in Target and I heard a Drake song. It feels like a lot of his music is. This is pop to me. In the sense that if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
That's a cut, yeah.
She had to put her in little
Or it's shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
it's commercial, entertaining, fun, good, formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
Salaki.
I'm gonna leave you alone.
Salaki, he's going in now. He's going in. He's going in.
So many products.
So many SKUs.
So many SKUs.
He's
Look at all these
going in.
SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising, so
Oh,
many
I love this-
barcodes.
I love this mall. Look at this
Salaki.
place.
Hold on. No, I think that's all we need to see right there. Go ahead, you can jump in.
If I may, 25, 30 years ago, doing what Drake does and a lot of these artists do nowadays was frowned upon by people like Ice Cube.
Right.
Because they were so-called giving the culture away
Right.
to the mainstream. Don't you know they ain't down with the
Heavy
team?
point.
You know what I mean?
Before he goes on, Trooper Aharon is like the hip hop, governor. You know what I'm saying? He knows everybody's verses about heart. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn these damn scriptures about Salaki. No, I'm just messing with you, brother.
But yeah, so basically, nowadays, to get the money in this kingdom, you have to be pop. Because if you're hip hop, you may sell 100,000 or something.
And that's heavy what you said, because this is exactly Mos Def. Now, Mos Def makes. I like Mos Def's. He is an MC.
Right.
I'm talking about MC
To the core.
I don't even know nobody. If you put him on stage against anybody, he will pretty much burn you up. Seriously, I don't care who it is, Jay-Z, anyone.
Yes.
He is one of the greatest MCs there is.
Yep.
Now, does he sell like? He might get a meal. He might get a meal. Maybe a little more than that. Maybe it depends. It depends. now Drake is. Shit, I mean, Drake, every time he can drop any damn, he can drop this pen, and it's going, you know what I mean, 20 million. You know what I mean? But, so, on a hip-hop aspect of it, because we know, even in the UPK, we get into this too. I mean, I can see what he's saying, but did he have to go all the, you know what I mean, put the antics with it, you know what I mean?
And then a lot of these people, not blaming anybody, but they ask these questions.
Right, they set you up. They set you up. And you gotta know.
Yeah, should he lie or should he tell the truth? You know what I mean?
And so, all right. And you see when he's like, why are you doing this to me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then his realness came out, because that's really how he feels. You know what I'm saying? Now, in a UPK, this is how I believe, I know brothers in the UPK would do. They might have that opinion, but they'd be like, you know what? For the love of that brother, I'm gonna take the high road on that. Can you ask me something else? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did. Even though I might have thought, his music is elevator music, it's shopper music. You ain't no real MC. It could be true.
Right.
But the love of the brother is what we have to get overall.
That's heavy.
Now this is what we're gonna bring out here. All right, so get me Luke 6:31, please.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
What is that saying, True Ron?
Basically, don't do something to somebody that you don't want done to yourself.
Right. Because I'm gonna tell you something right here. I'll say this. Mos Def is pretty much solidified in the game. He's known for what he's known for. He has a solid fan base, and that's probably never going to go away. But depending on who this could have been, if you make a statement like that against somebody like Drake, what do you think that'll do to you? It could end your career.
It could.
You know what I'm saying? So, and as you would that men should do to you, do you also likewise to them. So, you don't say nothing about a brother or treat a brother a certain way that you don't want to happen to him, because he could possibly, because he is a great MC, he could cause a downfall of Drake if they get into a battle. You see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, women is never going to stop listening to Drake.
Right.
But in the hip hop world, you can go against somebody like Mos Def, and like he went up against Common years ago. Now it didn't stop his sales, but people knew he didn't win that battle. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a pop guy is not going to ever compete with a real MC. You know what I'm saying? But sale wise, he will.
Sale wise,
he's going to kill you there.
And that's, if I may,
go ahead.
That's what kind of like insulates people like Drake in the industry, because even if the hood kind of falls back,
don't matter.
You got so many millions of people that support you out, especially heathens. They love
Esau
you.
ain't worried about who's harder. Esau put that shit on and go crazy, whatever type of dance he does.
There you
to
go.
It. You know what I mean?
So
they don't care about in the industry. The labels that those Edomites that run those labels. You think they give a damn about how hard you are?
They don't
want to
care.
see results.
That's it.
They don't care about
record
that.
sales.
They don't care about that.
Yep.
But like the brother,
and stuff like that.
yeah, But like brother True Brother Ron brought out. The scripture, Luke 6:31, as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. And this is heavy in Israel too, because this is another scripture that can stop a lot of death in Israel.
Oh, for sure.
Because, when you offend, everybody don't take offense the same way. Brother like myself, True Brother Ron, we're in the truth, so we know how to deal with that type of thing. But a brother or sister in the world, that what you say to them might,
the smallest thing sometimes.
I'll give you a perfect example, and this is not to bring this brother up. Remember the boxer Vernon Forrest?
Vernon Forrest.
You heard about how he passed away?
I can't remember. Was it shooting?
Yeah. So he got robbed at a gas station.
Right.
I think it was in maybe D.C. or Baltimore. I can't remember where it was at. Somewhere like that. Atlanta maybe. But anyway, brother robbed him, ran off. He gets his gun and runs after the brother.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't find him. But then when he came back, there was somebody there waiting by his vehicle and shot him. So it must have been like 2 people who was in on it or whatever. But the point is, and I'm not saying the brother was wrong for feeling the way he did, because he just got robbed or whatever. But you have to know, you have to just this is where the giving the other cheek comes in at it, because it's a more wise decision rather than getting revenge. The total outcome of it is you still have your life. The Most High will take care of what that brother did. You got to know that. You got to know that.
You can make more money. You can get more change.
You're already rich. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like I said, yeah, I think they might have got him for a chain or wallet. I'm not sure what it was, but he ended up losing his life over that. And this guy Vernon Forrest was really a good guy.
Nice.
He was a good guy. I mean, a fighter and as a person. Like he was. I told you I had a personal experience with him.
Yeah, I
you know what I mean? Like he really was a good guy. So he lost his life over some senseless bullshit. You know what I mean? But had he had known the Brotherhood like we do in the I.S.U.P.K, he'd be like, you know what? You got it, brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got it. And he would have saved his life.
So it was like went on home.
He had no idea about it though. He had no idea about it. And this is why, like I said, the I.S.U.P.K became the Commander General is so heavy, man, because we could have easily fallen into a situation like that.
All the time.
I mean, yeah, people die from just stupid traffic accidents.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You beeping on somebody loud as hell, they get out, pull a gun on you and blow your damn head off. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why General Muhammad always said, he he never hits his horn. Yeah, I get it. Go ahead. and right, and believe me, General Muhammad ain't nowhere near soft. You understand that? So for him to do that, for him to, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, I know I have the power to, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to use it right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. The same thing in your household too. You're the man in that household. You run that household. But you know what? I know what I can do in here. But I want to let you. You got it. You know what I mean? You got it. So that was heavy right there. Let me get one more. Get Matthew 18 and 15.
Oh, come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Right.
go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right. See? You see what I'm saying? This is a perfect example of this. Even though she kind of put him on the spot and all and this everything. And really, I don't see no reason why he would just go up to Drake and be like, hey man, your music is elevated.
Right, he wouldn't.
But like this the situation with Mason D. Wade. Now, let's say he, like I said, they have a show to run, they want to get numbers and all this and that. But, this is something that I'm pretty sure he's courtside. Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. Yeah, but Esau, man. Yeah, but so
Took a picture real quick.
I won't be surprised if that lady come up here and say something next.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, like he could see him courtside or something, or see him out and be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? This, I got love for you, brother. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But he'd rather do it for the world to see so they can get numbers and ratings.
Sure.
But that's not the way to do it, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Go to that brother or that sister. If they have offended you or you have an art with that brother or that sister, go to them alone and say it to them. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is major in Israel. Somebody offends you, I get to telling you. Next thing you know, you tell somebody. The next thing you know, they tell somebody and it gets back to that person.
Yep.
Now, Now it's like, oh, when I see that nigga, it's always
Right. And it's like it can be the smallest thing,
Right.
But then one thing we always say is, I heard he was talking. You know what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What you
was
gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that?
Everybody's
Israel,
waiting.
Israel, they can't wait, and they lined up. They lined up waiting to see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people who love drama.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. They love it, and they love to see the outcome of it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They love it. But like I said, man, the best thing to do is to go to that brother, that sister, let them know they've offended you, and even if they don't agree with you, you went to them like a man or a woman, and it can die right there. You see what I'm saying? Like it can die. Just like we had that in the UPK. If we're offended by one of our brothers or sisters, we go to them first. If they don't agree with you, you take them to counsel. That's the way we do this. You know what I'm saying? That's how we handle it in Israel. Grab me 1 John 2 and 10. Bubba Kasha.
1 John 2 and 10. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light,
Right.
and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
Listen, the bottom line is, and this is always speaking to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman. You really cannot go wrong or sin if you just have love for your brother or your sister. If you think about that brother, that sister, the love for them, you won't stumble. You understand that? Because once you cross that line and have an issue with your brother or your sister, there's a lot of shit's coming after. It ain't just gonna stop there. There's gonna be a lot of different things. Family get involved. Somebody can be severely hurt. Somebody's reputation can be damaged. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with the way the internet is today and the way society is today. I mean, like let's set you a perfect example. This is a hip hop example, but I totally don't agree with this. But this is how the world looks at it. You remember the battle between Cannabis and LL, right? Now, if I was to ask you who suffered in that battle, who would you say?
Cannabis destroyed.
Right. Now, Cannabis to us, hip hop wise, destroyed LL. I think so.
I knew that.
But career wise,
Cannabis ended up basically losing his career.
You know why? Because the LL's the sex symbol for the women, and and he's the more marketable person. You see what I'm saying? So, by LL, really, I think it was like, I know Cannabis sent his diss out, and then LL did his, but it wasn't even close lyrically, nowhere close. But the way the world works, LL had the guns on his side. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of destroyed his career a little bit.
If I may, Esau didn't let LL fall.
Right, exactly.
That was it.
Exactly. Just like Nas and Jay-Z.
That's it.
Because I'm gonna keep it real with you, Jay-Z got slaughtered in that.
Destroyed.
Slaughtered. But because who he is, he was able to be saved. Same thing with Rick Ross and 50 Cent. Same thing. 50 was destroying him,
Bad.
but the gun saved Rick Ross. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is Israel versus Israel. This is an example of what I'm talking about. But you see, it's always when it's our people. It's always somebody got to die, somebody got to live. You see what I'm saying? We can't all get money together. Somebody got to be destroyed, somebody got to win.
That's it.
Not with Esau though. Esau.
You don't see Esau go back and forth like that about much.
Listen, when it comes to sustaining their wealth and everything, they get together.
Yeah, they get together.
We will get together. We hate each other right now. We get together for this. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But that is what it is. And then one more, Zephaniah 2 and 1 for me. What was the shot?
2 and 1, sir.
Come on.
This is the book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
Gather yourself together, ye gather yourself together, O nation not desired.
Right. And I'm speaking to the 12 tribes. Instead of fighting amongst each other, instead of calling each other out on platforms and trying to make money off of each other by degrading each other and talking bad about each other, we need to come together. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you a perfect example of that. When we come together in hip hop and anything, we always win out. We always do better than what we do. So look what the Wu-Tang Clan did. Those, what was it, 12 brothers, 11 brothers, came together and became probably the greatest hip hop group of all time. You know what I'm saying? And anytime we do come together with each other, we do win out. Whenever we go against each other, Tupac, Biggie, I mean, I can't
on and on.
Yeah, I mean, look what happens to our people. You understand that? And we all lose out. Because we're missing out on some of the greatest music we probably could have ever had because some of our brothers have died. You know what I mean? But like I said, the point is, you know, and again, the author of all this confusion, of course, is the devil that the Bible speaks about, the so-called oppressed, you know, the white man. You know what I'm saying? Because he has us fighting amongst each other, believing that that's the only way we can succeed is by hating each other and taking on his characteristics of the you know, the mafia, because this is what they did, you know what I mean? You know, killing each other for money, for blood money, you know. So we take on these characteristics because we're in the world and not in the truth. This is how we came out of the world and got in truth, and I actually became the commander of GEN.YAHANNA, and we know better than this. We would never have these issues among each other. I mean, there's like, myself and Trooper Haran, we get together with brothers from Detroit, Cleveland, and we know these brothers from nothing.
Not one argument.
We get with these brothers, and it's like, we know them all our life. You know why? Because of the brotherhood, because of the law, statutes, commands would not have us be enemies towards our own brothers. You understand that? We know how to conduct ourselves around them. We show respect around each other, their ribs, everything. You understand that? So this is why the truth is so important. This is why we're pushing it here in Pittsburgh, you know what I mean, all over the world, because this is what needs to happen. And you'll see the greatest display of this at the Passover. You know what I'm saying? We have the Passover coming up in April, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Get a Lord a hand for that, you know what I'm saying? We can't wait for this. Plane tickets is already booked, you know what I'm saying? We got the Airbnb, you know what I'm saying? We get the whip down there, you know what I'm saying? Me and Trooper Haran, listen. We how the young people say we about to be litty.
Yeah. Turn up.
Turn up, right? But yeah, we have a good time, man. There's nothing like the brotherhood and the sisterhood at these Passovers. I'm telling you, man. I can't explain to you. You have to be there. You know what I'm saying? Trooper Haran did his first one last year. You know what I'm saying? This cat, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy gets a picture with the generals. You know what I'm saying? He got pictures with the men. You know what I mean? The captains above. You know what I mean? Like, I mean. It's like, man, you know, I had to like, you know, be like a beggar, you know what I'm saying, to get these things. I was messing with you. But he just walked right into it, you know what I'm saying? We had the table at the Passover. I'm like, come on, we want to take a picture of General. He's like, what? He's like, me? I'm like, man, get up and come on, man. Come on, man. He's like, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it.
I didn't expect that.
He couldn't believe it, man. I wish I had the picture. I put it up on the screen, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just the brotherhood and the love, man. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to experience it. And like I said, if you're a brother in the world or sister in the world and you want to know what the truth is, it's here. The I.S.U.P.K, the Command of GEN.YAHANNA. Don't waste your time on any other Israelite group or, you know, any Christian church or anything like that. There's nothing like this, you know what I'm saying? And we love our brothers, you know, our brothers and sisters in the world, and we're trying to pull them up out. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build the Pittsburgh school just like all the other cities. You understand? So let's jump into a few more and we're out of here. Let's get okay, Drake responded to that, but there's no point in getting into that. We already know what that's about. Same thing, there's another one. Lupe Fiasco, and I'm not going to read this, I'm just going to leave it. Lupe Fiasco called Kid Cudi a little bitch, you know what I mean, Salakia. And, you know what I mean, they have the issue about some shit that happened like a long time ago, whatever. But basically, another thing, one on the platform, you know, magazine, talking about how when he see him was going to beat his ass and this and that. Kid Cudi, you know, Kid Cudi's famous for putting on dresses and shit too. You know what I mean? But, again, we're bringing this up because commanding GEN.YAHANNA prophesied this. He did. He said this was going to happen. Right after the Cat Williams thing, this has happened. I mean, you can even go back further to the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing. When he smacked them on stage. Yeah. It's open season on Israel. You know what I'm saying? This is what they love, and this generates money. They're going to put this front page, breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Right on the screen, breaking news. You got to see this. You know what I'm saying? Black man fighting black man. You know what I'm saying? They love it.
Look at that.
They love it. They love it, man.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? So you got Mace, D-Wade, you got Drake, Mos Def, you know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi, Lupe Fiasco, you know what I'm saying? This is all the things that happen.
If I may, it's no different than sports too, because they like to pit us against each other in sports. Even though it's more organized, you know, they make money here, but they kind of pit us against each other, you know, a little bit.
Competition is always great for Esau's kingdom. You know, they used to make us do that in the gladiator, in their arenas, and make us go against each other for their enjoyment. It's the same thing. They're clever with how they do this. You know what I mean? It's like, it surprises me, Ron, that we have not caught on to this stuff.
We don't
like, you know, we're in our 40s and we're still doing this shit like we're 16 years old. Like, you mean to tell me you still 40-something, 50 years old, you know what I'm saying, and you go on a platform destroying another black man, talking about another black man. Like, it's okay for you to have the facts that you have about the person if it's facts, but to air them out on a, you're not doing the work of the Lord. You're not going out in the corners like the men in the I.S.U.P.K. speaking out against wickedness and sin. You know what I mean? That's something different. But you're on a platform where you're trying to earn money and get a following, you know, instead of destroying your brother or your sister. Right. That's a wicked thing.
If I made him not doing what Christ told him to do, and that's to go to that brother. You know
Right.
what I mean?
We just
In
read the
private,
scripture. We
basically.
just read the scripture. We just
Fine.
read the scripture.
Fine.
But you know why I didn't want to do that? Because that doesn't bring money.
There's no money.
Yeah.
There's no money in peace.
Yeah, right. God, right. No money and peace, right. All right, so here we go. Let me see. Let's get so I want to give me 2 Maccabees 7:31. I wanted to just bring that out real quick. 2 Maccabees 7:31.
7:31.
Yeah, come.
Con. This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31.
Right.
And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God.
Right. See, and this is, of course, he's talking about who? The so-called oppressor, the devil the Bible speaks about. And this is talking specifically about Antiochus, who was a wicked ruler at the time. And this is the actual passage where the mother and her seven kids were forced to eat pork. This lets you know, too, children of Israel, that there was a time when eating pork was despicable to our people. We would never do things as such. And there's brothers, a mother and her 7 sons chose death rather than eat pork. All right, but the reason why I brought this up about Antiochus is because he's an Edomite, the Greeks and Romans at the time. You know what I mean? And he was one of the men that was the author of all the confusion amongst the Israelites. So when you see these brothers going warring against each other on platforms, there's always an author to this. Because if you look at the people who own these magazines, TMZ, you know what I mean? All these different Hip Hop DX, whatever it is, it's always an Edomite, a white man. And you better believe he's the one that says, put that out there. Put that out there. You know what I mean? Put that out there. So again, always remember that when you see these brothers fighting amongst each other and doing these things to each other, there's always some wicked root like Antiochus or some oppressor devil behind the whole thing. You understand that? It's always that way. He's always been the cause in the confusion of our people. And because we chose their customs and the things that they do, we have gotten away from serving our God and become like them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just like black men in America being murderers, killing each other. That's shit that they took from the mafia. You know what I'm saying? The mafia were doing that here first. You know what I mean? They were the damn devils that was in here slaying their own people and everything. You know, this is why you got rappers calling themselves Gotti and you know, Scarface and stuff like that. Go ahead.
If I may, that killing each other like that probably started around the 50s and 60s.
Oh, right, right, because we were in the best state we have ever been in America in the 50s. That was the best time, and then shortly after that, Dr. Martin Luther King, Michael King came along. You know what I mean? All these false prophets, and then they just, you know, they found ways to destroy us. You got Lyndon Baines Johnson with the Great America, you know, economy thing. It's just, you know, all these things work against us, and we just need to, you know. I can understand if you're a brother in the world, sister in the world, that you don't understand these things because it hasn't been brought to your attention. That's why these classes are so important. That's why getting into the I.S.U.P.K, you're a brother in the world, you know, watching these classes, throwing you all black, coming to these classes. You know, we got the class here at the Beachview Library, you know what I'm saying, up here in Beachview. You know what I mean? We got the classes Monday through Friday, Sabbath service on Saturday. So this is where you can begin to learn this truth and how you're supposed to walk here on this planet. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You need something you want to bring up?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so, and your sisters too. You're welcome as well. You come in, cover your head, you know what I'm saying? Keep your mouth shut, you know what I'm saying? Learn, you know what I mean? You're not going to come in here and tell the men of the Lord what to do, you know what I mean? This is for your good, you know what I'm saying? We love you, you understand? We could be out, you know, Trooper Haran could be, you know, playing Madden today, you know what I'm saying? Like he likes to say, no, that's what you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Covers.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Brothers can be out, you know what I'm saying? You know, being worldly, but you know, like I said, we do the work of the Lord. You know, we're here to do the work of the Lord. We love our people. We chose to serve Christ and being the I.S.U.P.K and commanding GEN.YAHANNA. That's what we chose to do. So that's why we have these classes and we bring these things out, you know, week and week and day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got anything you want to add to it, Jim?
Nah, that's it. We can go to the next story.
Okay, come. I mean, that's pretty much, we're going to wrap it up here. So again, we brought these stories out just to let you know that, you know, going on the platforms, destroying your brothers and your sisters, you know what I mean, talking about your brothers and sisters. Some of these things may be true. They may absolutely be true, but you got to think of the love of that brother, that sister over everything. You understand? Because when it's all said and done, your people are being destroyed and other people is being brought up. You
I do
understand?
have something, if I may, sir. And dealing with this internet, once you do something to somebody or say something about something, it's on there forever.
Oh, listen, those memes, stories, everything. And then you got to understand that the person who's offended, it's going to be hard for them to ever accept you. Like, it's like, because they can just go on the internet and look it up.
That's it.
And it's right there. Your kids can see it.
Kids. That's like
You
the
know what I mean?
sisters that don't wear nothing and they're all, you know, their kids eventually going, what if you get in a classroom and they pull up a picture of your mother?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, God.
That happens, I'm sure it does.
God. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to think about, and that's why in the UPK, I always think in the back of my head, like, hold up, if I post this, what's, Commander GEN.YAHANNA going to
Con,
think?
all
What's
on
GEN.YAHANNA
con.
going to think?
Con,
You know what I mean? Like,
con.
and this is how you got,
Yeah,
this is
think
why
first.
this is why having great men over you is a great thing, because it makes
Exactly.
you put off your personal, what you want to do. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I represent this.
Con,
And I'm not about to be walking around here making the UPK look bad. You understand
And
that?
if I
Go
may,
ahead.
Christianity doesn't have any
Oh.
righteous leaders above them, so there's no the people don't have anybody
You
to
can do
look
any damn
to.
thing. Christianity is a religion of emotion.
Come on.
Emotion. You can display yourself in any kind of way. I mean, when you see T.D. Jakes and you see Kurt Franklin sitting on his lap,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's not going to make you want to be, you know what I mean? Like, come to the leaders and,
Woo,
and man,
that's
listen,
heavy there.
you will never see no foul play like that in the UPK. Never. You understand? Never. So Christianity is a religion of, yeah, I did this, but Lord forgives me.
And
You know what I'm
nobody's
saying?
perfect.
Like I
That's
said-
that they love that.
Oh, yeah.
They hide behind that. I'm like, what does being perfect have to do with sitting on the lap? That don't even have nothing to do with it.
Listen, Christianity, if you're in the world, it's the perfect religion for you. You know why? Because you can do just about any damn thing and get away with it.
God.
All you gotta do is show up in church on Sunday and pass the pastor, your tithe money,
Yeah.
and everything's good.
Uh-huh.
He bless you. You know what I mean? But again, this is the I.S.U.P.K. the Commander GEN.YAHANNA, started 1 West 120 Christian Hall, New York. Ran up the troops in 1969. We have these classes Monday through Friday here in Pittsburgh. At the Beachview Library. Again, log on to ISUPK.com. Get on there, support this truth, pay your tithes, you know what I'm saying? And with that, for water for tuning in. Shalom.